Alright, so welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at expressive painting techniques, and this is, as you can see, a fairly wild approach to painting in that it is very expressive. The brush strokes are dancing all over the canvas surface, and as usual I am starting by creating an underpainting with watered down acrylic paints just to kind of block in basic areas of color and tone, and just to get that overall sense of feeling of what the artwork is going to end up looking like. As I progress through this particular image, I have to say that this is perhaps one of the hardest styles that I personally have ever worked with, just because it is so much more out of my own comfort zone and my own typical way of working. So one thing to think about is how can you explore new techniques to expand your creative repertoire. So for the last couple of seconds here, I've been taking a look at adding in the background, working background to foreground, although in an image like this it's a little bit more challenging to actually see, but again, it's this idea of working in a methodical and planned way, but at the same time being very, very responsive. Okay, so it's a bit of a challenge, but I know that you can do it if you sit down and kind of practice and think through it a little bit more. Basquiat is very experienced, so even though this type of imagery may look actually to be kind of easy, it's pretty difficult. Right, so once I had those background values done, I went in and I started to take a look at the yellows that I needed to reintroduce back into the painting. Again, keeping in mind that yellows are extremely translucent and very, very difficult to work with. So what you see here is not me actually painting, but it's many layers of paint, one over top of the other, in order to be able to get the color saturation of that yellow really, really high. So I'm starting to move into the final touches of the painting, adding in some of the red undertones and some of the smaller brushwork and details that you can see popping in now, and really working through and thinking about some of those smaller pieces that kind of go in to make this particular piece very, very interesting. Once I have the basic tones and colors figured out, I'm going to be going back in with the black paint in order to create the bold color that makes this image so vibrant as well. Alright, so this is a tough one. If you try it, good luck and all the best, and if you have questions, make sure that you're asking. Take care. Bye.